I call this January 10th, 2023 meeting of the City Council to order. As the clerk, I will call the roll. Barbo?
Here.
Blackmer?
Here.
Bona?
Here.
Harpen?
Here.
Obasahan?
Here.
Oleskowitz?
Here.
Sapienza?
Here.
Shade?
Here.
Wilkinson.
Yes, here.
Please stand for a moment of silent remembrance. And the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I will call nominations for president. Do we have any nominations? Councilor Shade?
I'd like to nominate Councilor Blackmer for president.
Do we have a second?
Second.
It's Councilor Shade, Councilor Oleskowitz. Do we have any other nominations on the floor? All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have a
Opposed?
roll call,
Roll
please?
call.
Yes.
Barbo?
No.
Blackmer?
Yes.
Bona?
Yes.
Harpen?
No.
Obasahan?
Yes.
Oleskowitz?
Yes.
Sapienza?
Yes.
Shade?
Yes.
Wilkinson?
Yes.
7 yeas, 2 nays. So now I will administer the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Lisa Hall Blackmer,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that according to the best of my ability
that according to the best of my ability
and understanding,
and understanding,
agreeably to the laws of the Commonwealth
agreeably to the laws of the Commonwealth
and rules and orders of the City Council,
and rules and orders of the City Council,
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all the duties
discharge and perform all of the duties
of President of the City Council
of President of the City Council
for the City of North Adams
for the City of North
for
Adams
the ensuing year.
for the ensuing year.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. At this point, I'd like to accept nominations for the office of Council Vice President. Councilor Barbo?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Councilor Sapienza.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do you accept the nomination, Councilor Sapienza?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? 9 yeas, motion carries. Would the clerk please do the oath? Give the oath of office to.
Please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Brian Sapienza,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that according to the best of my ability
that according to the best of my ability
and understanding,
and understanding,
agreeably to the laws
agreeably to the laws
of the Commonwealth
of the Commonwealth
and rules and orders
and rules and orders
of the City Council,
of the City
I
Council,
will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all the duties
discharge and perform all the duties
of the Vice President of the City Council
of the Vice President of the City Council
for the City of North Adams
for the City of North
for
Adams
the ensuing year.
for the ensuing year.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Rules of order, at this point, we're not changing them. Committee and liaison assignments, obviously, we'll do those the next time.
Point of order.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can we go back to rules of order for a moment?
Rules, yeah, sure. They're actually council rules, but not rules of
Yes,
order.
so for council rules, can we send that back to general government for review? I'd like to propose some new items that should be reviewed there first.
That's fine, so make a motion.
I'd like to motion that the council rules of order be sent to general government for a meeting and to come back by the first meeting of February.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee and liaison assignments, they'll be done the next time. Counselor seating, would Counselor Harpen and Counselor Barbo like to choose the names and numbers for the seating?
Sure.
I'm not sure which is which.
I think you took the number and I took the name.
How about 7?
Shade. Counselor Shade.
Let's turn these around. Where do they start?
4. Counselor Blackmere. Take that one out. I'll try another one. Counselor Sapienza.
Want these papers?
5. Counselor Obasahan.
2?
Counselor Olaskowitz.
3?
Counselor Bona.
6?
Counselor Wilkinson.
8?
Counselor Harpen.
1? Is that it?
Counselor Barbo. I think that's it.
Thank you. You will take your seats at the next meeting. Thank you. Without objection, I am going to move Council Paper 12,209 to the top of the agenda. Mayor's communication number 1 requesting time to swear in fire. Without objection, I am going to move Mayor's communication number 1, Council Paper 12,209, requesting time to swear in firefighter Alicia as Lieutenant of the North Adams Fire Department. Mayor?
Great, thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to call up Chief LaFave, Deputy Chief Patnode, and firefighter Alicea to,
I'm sorry.
that's okay, I get it, to the front. And I'm going to have an assistant tonight. I'd like to call Max up to help me with this tonight. Max is firefighter Alcea's son. All set, buddy? Okay. I gotta get my glasses on. So tonight it is my honor to present to the City Council Kevin Alicea to be sworn in as a lieutenant of the North Adams Fire Department. Lieutenant Alicea joined the department in 2009 as a permanent reserve firefighter and graduated from the Fire Academy in 2010. He was appointed as a permanent firefighter in November of 2011. He is a current member of our hazmat team and is a licensed basic EMT. Lieutenant Alicea, as you take your oath tonight, I want to remind you that it is your duty to protect and serve the City of North Adams, to safeguard and preserve life, health, and property against fire, and to maintain a high proficiency in fire services. I also expect that you will lead your shift with the best of your ability, with fairness and professionalism at all times. I know that you will have the strength to bear whatever burdens might be placed upon you in your role, and that you have the strength, the mind, and the body to deliver safety to all the residents of the City of North Adams. Congratulations. I now ask Clerk Valuers to administer the oath, and my assistant is going to accompany you, if you don't mind, Clerk.
It's okay.
Okay, go right up and stand next to Josh, okay? Yep, right there. You can watch your address. Okay?
I state your name,
I, Kevin Alicea,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
imposed upon me
imposed upon me
as Lieutenant
as Lieutenant
for the North Adams Fire
of the
Department.
North Adams Fire Department.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
If we want to recess for 2 minutes so people who don't want to watch the rest of the government can make their way out. Counselor Sapienza and Counselor Wilkinson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes of Tuesday, December 13th, 2022.
To approve.
Second?
Counselor Luskowitz, Counselor Shade. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Hearing of visitors on the agenda items. Please approach the mic, give your name and address for the record, and it's specific to an agenda item.
Could I just ask a minute question before we move on? We have not approved the meeting minutes from November 9th. Do we have those available, or when would we expect that? Because now they're out of compliance with open meeting law, so I'm getting nervous of where that's leaving the council.
I wasn't here at the last meeting. Were they not approved at that meeting?
No minutes were approved at that meeting. They were also on the agenda for the prior meeting, and there was no minutes. They weren't approved then either.
Okay, they are ready, so if, I can put them onto the website or, have them accessible. Of course, they're not ready for this, or they're not here for this meeting.
I would, put them on the website so that they're posted per open meeting law, and then put them on the agenda for the next meeting, along with the ones from the last meeting and this meeting.
Okay.
And that way, we'll be all caught up. Okay, let's move on to hearing of visitors. Anyone wish to address the council on an agenda item? Please approach the mic, name and address for the record, no personal attacks. Hearing none, seeing none, I'm going to move on to council paper 12,191, communication from Council Shade requesting the local Department of Health review the rules and regulations and address the storage of garbage. It was also referred to public safety. Councilor Sapienza, do you have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to postpone this to the second meeting of February.
Second?
And discussion, would you like to give us an update?
Yes, just give me 1 second here to pull up the meeting minutes. Okay, we had a public safety meeting on January 4th regarding Chapter 15 of the city ordinances. We had invited the health department members to attend the meeting. Nobody from the health department attended the meeting, so we made a motion and voted to have a second meeting, public safety meeting, and invite the health department and the Board of Health to include them in the discussion at this time, and that's where we left it. There was also another agenda item requesting that the mayor give us a tour of the public safety building, and she indicated that she would as soon as the building is viable for, there's something to see at the building. So that's the update from the meeting.
Okay. Could I suggest that, Mayor, do you have something to add?
Question when the next meeting will...
You need to...
Counselor, could I just ask when the next meeting of your Public Safety Committee committee will be?
Okay, I have not scheduled one as of yet, but I will schedule one very
Okay.
shortly.
Yep, just let me know.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
So we don't have a repeat. Could you try and coordinate the schedule with some of the folks in the office, in the health department office, so that they could attend?
Will do, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,209, Mayor's Communication Number 1, request, and we already did that, I'm sorry. I didn't move it out of the way. Council Paper 12,210, Mayor's Communication Number 2, establishing the bonding levels for the North Adams Treasurer Tax Collector. Mayor, without objection, I'll file a communication, Mayor.
This is as most of you know, this is an annual process for the treasurer collector, assistant treasurer collector, as well as the city clerk. This just sets the level of bonding, which is dictated by the schedule of the Department of Division of Local Services, which I believe I shared with all of you last year. I'm happy to share with you again, but this is determined about how much cash and a percentage of that cash that is handled through these various positions. So this is a standard routine annual protocol.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Actually, we have to go on to the order.
We gotta go on to the order.
That was the mayor's communication.
Okay.
Council Paper 12,210, an order establishing the bonding level for the North Adams Treasurer Tax Collector, and the motion to adopt would be in order.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? This is a roll call vote.
Barbo,
Yes.
Bona,
Yes.
Harpen,
Yes.
Obasahan,
Yes.
Alaskowitz.
Yes.
Sapienza.
Yes.
Shade,
Yes.
Wilkinson,
Yes.
Blackmer.
Yes. 9 yeas, motion carries. Council Paper 12,211, Mayor's Communication Number 3, establishing the bonding levels for the North Adams City Clerk. I'm just going to file without objection and move on to the actual order. Council Paper 12,211, an order establishing the bonding level for the North Adams City Clerk. Move to adopt would be in order.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Counselor Sapienza, Counselor Obasan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Barbo,
Yes.
Bona,
Yes.
Harpen,
Yes.
Obasahan,
Yes.
Alaskowitz.
Yes.
Sapienza.
Yes.
Shade,
Yes.
Wilkinson,
Yes.
Blackmer.
Yes. 9 yeas, motion carries. Council Paper 12,212, Mayor's Communication Number 4, establishing the bonding level for the North Adams Assistant City Treasurer. Without objection, I'll file that communication and move on to the order. Council Paper 12,212, an order establishing the bonding level for the North Adams Assistant City Treasurer. Motion to adopt would be in order.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Discussion? It was Counselor Harpen and Counselor Sapienza.
Yep.
All in favor?
No.
Aye.
Roll call.
Sorry. I did it
Barbo?
again, I'm looking at
Yes.
Bona,
Yes.
Harpen,
Yes.
Obasahan,
Yes.
Alaskowitz.
Yes.
Sapienza.
Yes.
Shade,
Yes.
Wilkinson,
Yes.
Blackmer.
Yes. Council Paper 12,213, Mayor's Communication Number 5, recommending the appointment of Heather Williams to serve as a member of the Conservation Commission for a term to expire August 1st, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,214, Mayor's Communication Number 6, recommending the appointment of Andrew Finch to serve as a member of the Zoning Board of Appeals for a term to expire January 1st, 2028.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Counselor Harpen, Counselor Shade. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,215, Mayor's Communication Number 7, on behalf of Chief Wood, requesting a public hearing to be set in regards to driver violations and potential suspension or revocation of OTT taxis operating license. I am going to file the communication and set the public hearing for Tuesday, January 24th at 7:30 PM. Move on to Council Paper 12,216, Mayor's Communication Number 8, granting an easement to land located at 44 Green Street, North Adams. Without objection, I will file the communication, Mayor.
So this is very similar to the issue that we came across on the property on Eagle Street. About 70 years ago, this house was built, and a portion of the driveway is on a city-owned paper street. It is just a very small portion. The house has been sold, I believe, a couple times since then, and now with their current buyer, it becomes an issue in a title search. So we are asking the council tonight to grant an easement. It does not affect us. It still is a roadway that we don't really use a lot. It is just an easement so the closing can take place. And it has been reviewed by legal counsel. They are here and present tonight, but this is just something about getting everyone's records in order. Again, there's been some transactions on the property in the past, and this poor buyer went to buy this house, and in a title search it has come up. So their closing is being held hostage until we resolve this issue. So I would ask that the council grant the easement.
Move to approve.
Thank you. We had communication, that was communication. We filed the communication. We'll move on to the order. Council Paper 12,216, an order granting an easement to land located at 44 Green Street, North Adams. A motion to adopt would be in order.
Motion to adopt. Second.
Counselor Wilkinson, Counselor Leskowitz.
I'll make a quick point of order. It's just for clarification, it's Green Avenue.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says Green Street on here.
That's how it was given to me.
Okay. Is that gonna make a difference?
My communication said Green Avenue.
That's
Okay.
great. Okay.
Okay, so
Where are you getting Green Street from? I'm
is
sorry,
what the
Council.
ordinance,
Green
what our
Street
paper,
is in
council
our
paper said?
paper.
It's on
Okay.
the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the agenda.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
on the
Okay,
agenda.
so amend that to Green Avenue.
Move to amend.
Second.
What, I guess my question is, what are you amending, because my order says Green
Because
Avenue.
what we read into the record
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
said street,
Okay.
because and so I'm just amending it to make sure that what we say and do match what the registry says is the
Thank you for
property
that.
line.
Thank you for that.
Try really hard. There's Counselor Wilkinson, Counselor Leskowitz, so we need to vote on the amendment. All in favor?
Aye.
This is in order.
It's an amendment. We don't have to vote on the amendment. We don't have to roll call the amendment. So, everybody vote, all in favor, aye. Opposed? So now we are going to, the motion to adopt as amended. Any more discussion? And that is a roll call vote.
Barbo,
Yes.
Bona,
Yes.
Harpen,
Yes.
Obasahan,
Yes.
Alaskowitz.
Yes.
Sapienza,
Yes.
Shade,
Yes.
Wilkinson,
Yes.
Blackmer.
Yes. 9 yeas, motion carries.
Thank you, counselors.
Moving on to application for a license to drive a taxi received from Linda Jarvis to drive for RJ's Taxi.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Counselor Leskowitz, Counselor Wilkinson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to open forum. Anyone wish to address the council on issues of municipal significance, please approach the mic. Give your name and address for the record. No personal attacks. Go ahead.
Robert Smith. I live at 163 North Street. Well, I gotta say, this past year, I wasn't too happy with things going on with the council. For the most part, some of the councils decided not to get involved with spending their energy for the citizens in the city. Instead, they used that energy to go to Boston about things. You know, I think you should stay away from that. This is our city. We take care of our own business. So I will be going after councils that continue to take that route rather than helping the city residents, which includes me. I think we could do better this year, but you gotta concentrate on what's good for everybody in this city. If you don't do that, I will be after you. Now, I will say our mayor has done a very nice job this past year, and I'm glad she became our mayor. But I need the council to step up as well. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Robert Cardamino, 173 East Quincy Street. 2 weeks ago, there was an accident down on Church Street and West Shaft Road. And I was coming by, there was a fire truck there. No police. No one directing traffic. So when I went by, well, the ambulance had already left. And when I went by, here comes another fire truck. You know, why do we need 2 fire trucks to go to a accident? That's a waste of the budget of gasoline and everything else at the fire department. And I would also say, now that we got another lieutenant, I think it's time to look at the position of assistant fire chief. We've never had one for years and years and years. Now all of a sudden we have one, and we got firefighters graduating from the Massachusetts Fire Department school. So I would suggest to the mayor that you do away with the position, not necessarily the person, just the position, and save this city some money. And let the lieutenants do the training like they have been for years and years and years. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Well, I declare open forum closed. Mayor, updates?
Just point of clarification, Lieutenant Alsea replaced Lieutenant Pachorik, who retired. So, give me 1 second, everyone. Just a quick announcement, just want to remind everyone, on Monday is MLK Day of Service at MCLA. It starts at 8:30 and runs to 2. Everyone is welcome, so please come on down and join the folks at MCLA. Just want to talk about a little bit of some personnel updates. This month we had 2 retirements from the North Adams Fire Department. Please join me in wishing all the best to Juan Bolte with 28 years of service, as well as Greg Langcho with 29 years of service. On behalf of the city, I'd like to wish them all the best in their retirement and thank them for their service to the city. I'm very excited to announce that on Thursday, our HR director will be starting. Her name is Kara Farrell. She's coming to us from Berkshire Regional Planning. This position is a shared position between the city of North Adams, Adams, and Williamstown. Right now, it looks like Kara will be working in this building on Thursdays and Fridays. This is a grant-funded position over the next few years. So we're going to see how this pilot program runs with this grant and working with the other communities. So I'm very excited to announce that. You're going to see a new face floating around on the event circle here in the city of North Adams. Lindsay Randall has been hired part-time to work with us 20 to 25 hours a week to manage our events. I believe during the budget we had talked about consolidating some of the positions, and that really wasn't working well as far as the needs of the actual events. So Lindsay's going to work for us about 20, 25 hours a week. and really focusing on working with entities that come into the community and have events, as well as expanding our portfolio of events within the city. Pleased to announce that we have received $15,000 in a grant for the North Adams Cultural District Council. We will be deploying a team to do programming and projects around the grant. But the most exciting news that I have for you tonight is that the City of North Adams has been awarded a grant in the amount of $629,000. It is for the Strong Communities Initiative program. This program supports community-based violence prevention and intervention programs that will promote equitable access to protective factors that will reduce in violence and increase psychological and physical safety. Also, it will work towards reducing the risk factors for gun and community violence. This grant is a 5-year funding program, and it is basically around violence protection from upstream prevention to early intervention. So with this grant, our next step is to convene representatives from the school department, the police department, and work in collaboration with some local organizations to develop what we call an action plan as to how we are going to spend the money. This presents a great opportunity for us to provide collaborations in things that are very, very important to us, and also to work on what we have, but to build new programs to support intervention and strengthen our protective factors for our community. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Carrie Burnett, Stacy Parsons, and Stacy Abusey. They worked diligently on this grant, and we thought it was a reach for us, but we made the reach and we got it. So thank you to all those involved. So that's my exciting news for tonight. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Liaison updates and counselors' concerns. Counselor Barba.
Yes, I'd like to address some concerns I have regarding the issues that seem to be facing this council on a regular basis with regard to open meeting law. If we need to discuss it here in person, I think that's fine. I've written to both several of the members of this commission and also the council president looking for meeting minutes that have not been filed. If we need to discuss this in open forum, then I think that's fine to do. If that's not happening and those meeting minutes are not being produced, which are required under law, then it is the correct process to go to the state. I have filed open meeting law complaints. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not embarrassed by it. And this committee has been found to be in violation of that on more than one occasion. I work for transparency, and I'm going to continue to do that for the citizens of North Adams.
Anyone else? Counselor Wilkinson.
Just an update on short-term rentals. At our last meeting, we voted to approve and publish as required by law. Councilor Blackmere suggested that we send it to the city solicitor. It was sent the next day. The good news is it came back, and it looks like, other than one little typo, we're in good shape. However, the city solicitor also recommended we might want to change one format. This is not something that needs to be sent back to the planning board or sent back to, it just needs to be discussed by parties involved. I thought it best, and the mayor agreed with me, that we do it right the first time and keep it that way. So when this comes back next week to council, I'm going to suggest that it gets sent back to general government one more time for a discussion as to whether we want to rearrange from one place to another. And other than that, then we're good to go.
Could I offer a suggestion?
Certainly.
Why don't you have a general government meeting before, in between?
We don't know who's on general government.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Pretty much everybody's staying the same.
Okay. Could you say your suggestion again, please?
If you could do that, if you could have your meeting and discuss the changes that the attorney made, and then have it ready for the 24th. And your committee, that committee will be staying the same.
But I don't know if I'm on that committee until the 24th.
I'm telling you, it's staying the same.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, we will do that.
That way, we can move the process along.
No,
Counselor
I'm
Harper.
fine for moving the process along, everybody knows that.
Yes, I would just like to congratulate the mayor on getting that grant. It's a very important grant for the community of North Adams. As you know, North Adams has had several domestic violence murders just this year. And since I've been on the council, it's been an issue, unfortunately, throughout my 10 years. So I think this is great. It's a great start. It's a big amount, and I'm glad you're getting the schools involved with it, along with the police department and hopefully the Elizabeth Freeman Center and some other organizations. But this community really needs it. I know this council as a whole has advocated for that over the last several years, and it's really, really, it really makes my heart happy to see this finally come through. So thank you.
Counselor Sapienza, then Counselor Leskowitz.
Okay, through the chair to the mayor. I noticed a couple weeks ago there was an electronic speed sign on North Church Street near the First Baptist Church. I also noticed on my walk on Sunday that the sign was no longer there. Could you tell me what happened to that sign and what the story is with it, please?
I'm not allowed to answer, because usually we don't allow people.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't,
All right.
Q&A. If you could, I mean, it's a quick answer. I don't, it's just not a deliberation.
Oh,
But
no.
it was there, I don't know where it has moved to, but I will get that.
Mayor, you got to talk to the mic, so the people at home can hear you.
What's wrong with me tonight with this microphone thing? It's like it's my first meeting or something. Yes, we put it on Eagle Street. I don't know where it moved to, but I will find that out for you and let you know. But that is our new speed board that was purchased through the equipment grant that we got. So I will follow up with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Counselor Leskowitz.
Just like to take a quick moment to congratulate Counselor Blackmer and Counselor Sapienza on their appointments again this year, and thank everybody for the previous year of myself being fortunate enough to be Council Vice President. And may we all have a good year of forward motion. Thank you.
Hear, hear.
Thank you. I have a couple of quick things. Mayor, maybe we'll update for the next meeting on the capital plan that we got the CCC grant for and the CNC review that we got the grant for. Also, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow, end of business, is the last time to register at the regular rate for the Mass Municipal Association's annual meeting, which is next Friday and Saturday. The mayor, we've always budgeted a certain amount of money for this, so your fee will be reimbursed if you choose to go, and one night's hotel and parking will be reimbursed if you wish to go. I know a few have already signed up, but I just want to give you kind of one last push. I know anybody I've talked to that's actually gone has enjoyed and gotten a lot out of it, so I hope that this is also the first time since 2020 that we'll be in person, so it'll be good to see people and talk to colleagues. And that's it. Anything else? Motion to,
I'm sorry, I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know, I just want to say I'm just really disheartened by some of the comments from the public that I've heard, not just in this session, but in some prior sessions of, you know, residents being unhappy with counselors. You know, some counselors, we're all different. There's 9 of us. I've said this before. We all have different approaches. We all have different ways of doing things. And that's the way we were elected to do a job. And if we decide to go to the state, then you go to the state. If you decide to deal with it in-house, you deal with it in-house. I mean, but that is a choice that is made by Massachusetts general law. So if someone wants to go to the state because there's a law, that they feel is, someone needs to be held accountable for, then that is their choice as an elected official. I find it very disheartening that people are saying they're going to go after people. I mean, I can see being disappointed, but you're going to go after people? I mean, that's just, I mean, it causes a lot of stress and tension, within the council when I would consider that a threat to made on the floor and not even called out here on the council floor. So I'm sorry, I didn't want to say anything, but, it's very difficult to sit here when you're constantly, you feel like you're being attacked for something that you feel you're doing for the community and people and your constituents that are calling you with concerns. So if you want to be disappointed, that's great, but I don't understand the threatening nature. Thank you.
Counselor Shade?
First, I want to thank everybody for coming to this meeting. It's good to see a lot of people in the gallery at our council meetings. And second, I want to say we just elected a new body essentially for this upcoming year. We have a brand new year in front of us. All of us have things that we can do better, and we should continue to work for and do better and continue to represent the people of North Adams the best that we can. I think it's really important that we try to let go of anything else that's happened in the past, try to move forward together, and work together to solve the problems and put the people in the community and the city first. So I look forward to working with each and every one of you this year, and I thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Now a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second?
Counselor Shade, Counselor Sapienza, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good night, everybody.
Night.